Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the genres that I like, and I'm going to be ranking them in the orders that I think they go. So yeah, let's just get into the video. So the first genre I want to talk about is probably my number one, and that would be mysteries and thrillers and that kind of stuff, because I love the way that you start with like an incident or something's happened, and like seeing how they piece it together to come to a conclusion. And for me, I never see plot twists, so it's easy for me to love them because I never guess who's done it. I'm always like, it's that person, and then it's the other person. So like, I never know. So that's why I think I like them best. And I also love, I feel like people that write mysteries and thrillers tend to be good at developing. And I really like those mystery thrillers where they really develop the characters to the point where you love every single character, or there's one character you don't like and you want it to be them that committed the crime, but it never tends to be them who committed the crime, which means that you get like a more emotional attachment to like the whole thing, which I like a lot. And then number two would probably be, it's a hard one between contemporary and historical fiction, but I think historical fiction would win over it, because I find historical fiction's really good at like bringing out my emotions, and that's sometimes really what I'm looking for in a book sometimes. And it's like you're seeing what other people like had to go through, and you know that even though this is a fictional story, it is based on true kind of events and what people actually have to go through in history, which I enjoy. And I enjoy just putting yourself in a different situation from like the current situation in the world, which is I find interesting, and I feel like makes the reading experience even better than it was. Number three then would be contemporary, because contemporary is like you can read and you don't have to like have your mind fully on the book most of the time, but they can still be really emotional and really hard hitting. And there's contemporary that are really fun and jolly and just it's a great time reading, and there's ones that are like hard hitting, and there's just so many types of contemporary books, and I find that I can read them fairly quickly, which means I get through a lot. And I think that's why it's so high up on this list, because I'm able to read them in a high quantity, and they're probably the ones I've read the most out of everything on this list. So that's why I think it has such a high ranking. I feel like if I was able to read more fantasy, for example, fantasy would be higher than, I feel like contemporary would be last. But because I just find sometimes it's not as, I don't know, like there's just something about contemporary that I feel like if everything was as quick to read as contemporary, then contemporary wouldn't be as good for me. I don't know if this makes any sense at all, or I'm just babbling. But then four would have to be fantasy. I was struggling to choose between fantasy or sci-fi, because I don't know, like they're just for me like on equal playing fields. But I chose fantasy because I've read more fantasy and I understand fantasy a bit more than sci-fi. But this year I am trying to get back into both of them a lot more. So far it's not going too well. I don't think I've read a fantasy or a sci-fi since the year started. You know, we still have a long time to go, so that's what I'm hoping to do this year. And then I find fantasy really good because like urban fantasy is kind of in our world, but high fantasy and fantasy in general is a world that may even be the same to ours, but like it's still different and still something new to experience. And that's kind of the same with sci-fi. Like it's like something different. Like it's not what we've seen before in this world. It's something different. It's like we haven't been able to as humans experience before. And I like reading about that, because that's the whole point of reading, being like kind of out there and kind of, I don't know, like not the same as what we experience in life. And that's why people read, escapism and stuff like that. And sometimes I find myself being completely lost in fantasy and sci-fi, because it's a whole nother world that's not like ours. That's what I love about it. And to be honest, I feel like I love how reading has so many genres, and I love how I can kind of pick a genre depending on what I'm feeling or what I really want. And that's what's great about reading, like in general. Like it's just something that can make you so happy and so sad at the same time, but it's really therapeutic. Like even when I'm screaming at a book because I'm like, don't do this character, just don't do it, like I'm still happy and I'm still not necessarily happy, but like I'm still enjoying myself, and it's something that it just helps you understand the world a bit more as well. Like you can just kind of find yourself. I feel like that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's hard to describe what reading is to me in words, and like how different genres have shaped me as a person. But you know, comment down below how reading shaped you, because I know like reading shaped so many people's lives, and I want to know how it shaped yours. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.